Hello, everybody. I'm Elizabeth with Canine Ambitions, and today we're going to be going over how to start teaching your dog how to stay in commands. Last week we went over how to start introducing your dog to these commands. This week we're going to start teaching you how to make them wait in these commands. So where you want to be with your dog is for them to understand the commands. So whenever you ask them to sit, you want them to sit. You don't want to have to be leading them the whole time into these, or you're not ready to start your stays. But once you are to that point of them, automatically sitting, whenever you ask them to sit, that's when you know that they're ready. Or you can get place. Once they're into that, good job, awesome. You know you're ready. Break. So let's start with those today. We are here with Misty again. She is from Traveling Tales Dog Rescue up in Chicago, Illinois. If anybody's interested in adoption of her, do visit their website. She's an awesome dog. But let's continue with her journey. You got Abu Geese, Casey. Ready? Sit. Good job. So for your stays, they're going to be little stays. You're going to just have to move very slightly. Sit. Yes. Put them back into that if they get up. For your dog, you're going to see how far you can move from them instead of just absolutely going into it right off the bat. See how here I'm just moving my leg back and forth? She's doing better about not coming with me. But as soon as I step back too far, she comes. So we're going to put her back into that sit. Good job. And then we're just going to keep moving. You're going to need a lot of treats for this. Sit. You're going to need a lot of treats for this because every time I come back into her, even though I'm just moving my leg, I am giving her a treat. For your stays, you have 3 Ds: distance, duration, and distractions. You really only want to work one of those at a time so that you're not getting anything too confusing. So we're mostly going to work distance and duration today. But I'm just barely going to move for distance. So mostly duration. Break! And then don't make them stay there for too long in one. Just let them go ahead and get up. She's already offering some commands because she's such a smart girl. You can go from here, or you can ask her to come off. Break! And then get her back on. Place! Yes. So for your stays on your bed, they're going to be easier if your dog's in a sit position or a down position. Your place bed, the end goal, the end look that you're looking for is actually for them to be in a down position so that it's easier for you to be able to tell whenever your dog's going to come up off that bed, because it's going to take them a lot longer to come up than if they were just in a sit. So you want to be able to catch them breaking those commands before, they can really do it, so that it's not so much of having to correct them to get them back on. And she come up from that down, so I'm going to put her back in it. Place. Good girl. And you want to go a little bit faster than I am. Break. So that you keep their interest. Come on. You don't want to just keep doing the same thing over and over. And do heel. Come. Heel. Good girl. Sit. Yes. Perfect. Good job. Break. Good girl. Now for Misty, she's still working on that down just a little bit, so we're not really going to be doing too much of a stay with it. We're just going to put her in it and break. Automatically break. Because she isn't to that point of me being able to stay down and her going down from here. I still have to kind of lead her. So it's down, break. Good girl. Good job. Misty, come. Sit. Yes. Good job. And then it's just a lot of repetition. You can go from here. Just moving your leg. Sit. Yes. Good girl. Just moving your leg. Don't move into them too fast like I just did. Some dogs kind of will move back wherever your food pushes them or tells them to go. That's where they're going to go. Now I'm going to try to step back one more. Good girl. That way we can start moving. Good job. Break. Good girl. Yes, ma'am. And you want to keep her moving? Keep her happy. Who's happy? Yes, good girl. Place. Place. Good girl. Seeing for her place, I'm kind of just moving up a little bit just to make sure that she's not going to move. I'm not really moving my legs or anything. I'm just coming up from this position here to up here. Because for some dog, even that's enough for them to make them, break that command because you're getting away from them. They think that they have to go with you. Good girl. Break. Misty, come. Sit. Good job, honeys. Good girl. Ready? Come. Heel. Good girl. Yes, good. Sit. Yes. Good job. And then it's just a lot of repetition with your dog. And a lot of treats. Good girl. Down. Sit. Sit. Nope. Come. Good girl. Sit. 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 Come. Misty, come. Sit. 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 Okay, break. Place. Good girl. Good job. Good girl. Good place. Break. Good girl. Yes, ma'am. Sit. Sit. Yes, there we go. Good girl. Break. Misty, come. Come on. Sit. Sit. Ah. Sit. Sit. Ah. Break. Place. Yes. Good girl. Break. If they start getting into that a little bit of a bored, standoffish kind of mood where they're really not wanting to do it, kind of wanting to do it, go ahead and move back to something easier like I just did. So I broke her from whatever we were doing, from her sit, and I moved her right over here. It's an easy command that she knows. She likes it. So it was just easy to move it in place. Good job. Good girl. Break. You don't want to get frustrated with them, and you don't want them to get frustrated, especially right here in the beginning whenever you're just teaching these commands. That way that you're not pushing them past their limit and they're not getting upset with you. You don't want them to just hate working with you. You want them to want it. You want them to work with you so that you guys have a great working bond. So we're just going to go ahead and break, and we're probably going to call it a day with her. She's done a few lessons before now. This is maybe her third today. So she's a little tired, a little ready to be done. Aren't ya? So we'll just call it done for her. Good job. And if you notice, for Misty right now, I don't have a leash on her. She does okay with it because she's very interested in my food. But for some of you guys at home, if you have a dog that's just too distracted, you may want to just clip a leash on them. You're not going to give them any pressure or direction with the leash too much, but it's just to keep their attention on you. Because whenever you're outside like this, especially, you have, the leaves are falling, the squirrels are running around, the cars are going by, there's another dog barking. A lot of that can be overstimulating for some of your dogs. Where you really want to try to start these things is in your house and then slowly move outside. If you know your dog and you know that it can work outside like this, go for it. That is awesome. If not, that's okay. All of our dogs are a little bit different. They're going to work at different paces. Start yours in the house. Learn these commands. Once they start doing the commands of, sit, down, come, heel, then move outside. You can slowly start doing those commands again. You may have to kind of reintroduce a little bit and bring back more treats, but you'll have to just slowly move them. It's baby steps. We're not making big leaps and bounds right off the bat. Your first lessons are a little bit boring. They're a little bit tedious, but they are worth it in the end. But that is our our first stay lesson with you guys on for Misty. You're coming back. I'll give you a treat for getting on the bed. That's our first stay lesson for you guys with Misty. Whenever she starts staying a little bit longer time periods, I'll come back and we'll do another lesson. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and thanks for joining us. Good job!